Okay. Step 1, the conversation. Step 2, the text. Step 3, all right, check it out. Step number 3, Google Calendar invitation. What's that say? We look forward to helping you. Same type of dealio. Okay. He accepted it. That's the prospect. If the prospect accepts it, I promise you they're going to show up. So that's step number 3, a Google Calendar invitation. Step number 4 is an email that has a video on it. Step number 5 is an email that has a video on it. Step number 6 is a pre-listing packet. Step number 7 is a webinar. Step number 8 is a reminder phone call the day before. And by the way, it's not a confirmation phone call, it's a reminder phone call. What am I missing? I'm missing a couple steps here. I don't recall the next steps. The important part of it is that you guys understand that there's several steps that when the sales process happens before you get to the appointment, not at the appointment. Now, let me go back to answering the original question. How am I the market expert? I'm the market expert because when I go to the appointment, I don't have to sell myself. That's already done. Okay, 11 steps between the first conversation and the appointment. Now, here's how I take the listing, and here's how I consult. I'm going to have to go a little bit quick through this. Step number 1, I'm going to show you the market data. So remember, I told you about, here's the thing. Do you know why I knew that about, I said this to you guys today. You know why I knew that? Because I did this consultation 3 hours ago. So you don't really need to have more than just here's the data. Here's what I'm getting it from. Okay, I'm getting this from Get Smart Charts.
We can't see your
For January 2021, the inventory is actually 160% greater than it was in 2020. Well, guess what? If we were in a different place, somebody tell me a different place in Virginia, please.
Norfolk, Virginia.
02124.
Come on, Norfolk. I don't know anything about Norfolk. All right, we're gonna do Lorton. All right, so Lorton. So if we were looking at Lorton, it's a different conversation. The inventory right now is 64% down year over year. Okay, so you're just taking them through and helping to interpret this information for them. So how am I the market expert? I'm the market expert because I have the data right here in front of me. Now you do this time and time again, you start to learn it. Okay, but if you have zero knowledge on this, you can look at this and help somebody make sense of it as the expert. So John, so you're home here in Lorton. Well, here's the great news. The great news is there's 64% less homes on the market than last year. And then you go through that whole inventory thing about what's happened since 2018 or maybe what's happened since March of 2020, and you have that conversation with them. Then you go over into, now you start killing Zillow because they've already looked at Zillow. I don't look at Zillow first, I look at Zillow last. If you're a realtor, you have access to NAR-RPR, which is, I got all my stuff mixed up now. And now I'd sit there and I say to them, okay, Mr. Seller, here's what I'm going to show you 5 online market valuations. Here's one I pay for this service. $525 is what they're saying. Here's 3 others. Not everybody's going to have this. If you're part of Bright, you do have this. Brian, I'm not sure if you would or not, but you probably have other stuff that I don't have. So
yeah, I've got a pile of them.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go into 3 other valuations. And what I'm doing here is I'm beating Zillow up because that's what they've looked at. Maybe they looked at Redfin as well. So I'm going to beat Redfin up also. So I just showed them NAR-RPR, which is 525, First American and Black Knight. Those are companies that value the properties in a third party or in a secondary mortgage market. So when you go get your loan from Bank of America, and Bank of America then resells that loan in the secondary market, they're going to sell it what's called a tranche with thousands of other loans. And they're going to have a valuation done by typically First American or Black Knight. First American's giving you a value of 485. Black Knight's giving you a value of 513. Redfin, an online discount broker, is saying 432. I say that with disgust in my breath, not because I don't like Redfin, but because I don't like any competitor. I love all my competitors. I just don't like any of them. And I'm rooting for their success right after my success. So, and then here's what Zillow says. Zillow says that the value of your home is $500,000. So as you can see, these guys can't even agree. Okay? So what I'm doing there is I'm getting rid of Zillow because that's the only price that they've seen, Zillow or Redfin possibly. And I'm showing them, here's 5 different automatic valuations, and they're literally, in this case, $100,000 off. So then this gentleman I was consulting earlier today, this property that he has has been owned 45 years as a distressed estate sale. And I told him that an as-is price was around $365. You guys know where I got that as-is price from? I got the as-is price from the seller. He told me $350 to $375 as is. Now, as I'm going back through the data, I am verifying. I know he was relatively accurate in his pricing, okay? Because I was going through in my mind and I was giving ballpark numbers of how much it would take to improve the value. $10,000 for the roof, $10,000 for the kitchen, $10,000 for the bath, for each of them, $10,000 for the finished basement, right? So I just given ballparks. I came up with $50,000. I knew what it would sell in today's condition. I knew what an investor would pay for it. An investor would pay $375 for it tops. And that was his number. He was right on his number, by the way. Okay, now a little bit about his experience, but also they're giving you the keys to the kingdom.